Imagine a supercomputer that weighs only about 3 pounds and can perform billions of operations per second. This isn't a device from a sci-fi movie, but a reality that sits right between your ears. The human brain, with its astonishing processing power, is a wonder of nature that rivals the most advanced supercomputers in terms of speed and energy efficiency. Yet, it operates on the energy equivalent to an electric shaver. Yes, that's your brain, a marvel of nature that outperforms any machine man has ever built. While humans don't hold the record for the largest brains, ours are undoubtedly the most complex. Let's dive into the fascinating world of comparative neuroanatomy to see just how unique our brains are. Take the elephant, for example. Their brains are a whopping 3 times larger than ours, weighing in at a hefty 10 pounds. They're known for their memory and emotional intelligence, which is no surprise considering the size of their hippocampus, a brain region associated with these traits. But despite their larger brain, elephants don't display the same level of intellectual sophistication as humans. Now let's talk about dolphins. Known for their playful nature and advanced social structures, dolphins possess brains slightly larger than human brains. They demonstrate impressive problem-solving skills and self-recognition, a sign of complex cognition. Yet even with these capabilities, they don't have the language, culture, or technology that humans do. And what about our closest relatives, the chimpanzees? Their brains are only a third the size of ours. But don't be fooled by their smaller size. Chimpanzees are highly intelligent, capable of using tools and recognizing themselves in mirrors. However, their cognitive abilities still don't match those of humans. So what gives humans the edge? The answer lies in the intricate wiring of our brains. The human brain has around 100 billion neurons, each connected to about 10,000 others. This vast network of connections, more than any other species, is what allows us to think abstractly, plan for the future, and communicate complex ideas. Furthermore, the human brain has an exceptionally large prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making, social interaction, and creativity. This region is much more developed in humans than in any other species, enabling us to create art, invent tools, and build civilizations. Despite being outmatched in size, our brains stand out in functionality and complexity, making us the most intelligent species on the planet. We might not have the biggest brains in the animal kingdom, but when it comes to the complexity and capabilities of our minds, we're truly in a league of our own. Did you know that your brain consumes about 20% of your total energy intake? Yes, you heard that right. Despite only accounting for about 2% of your body weight, this supercomputer in your head is a real energy hog. It's like the CEO of a company, small in number but with the biggest office and the most resources. This energy is not spent in vain, of course. It powers everything from your thoughts and feelings to your movements and senses. Every time you learn something new, make a decision, or even dream, your brain is hard at work, using up that energy. Just think about that. When you're solving that complex math problem, your brain is not only working overtime, but it's also burning energy. So all that thinking could be a workout in its own right. So the next time you're thinking hard, remember, you're burning calories too. Your brain is not a static organ, it's a dynamic, constantly changing entity. This inherent flexibility of the brain is attributed to a fascinating phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity or brain plasticity refers to the brain's innate ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. It's like the brain's magic trick, a hidden superpower that allows it to continually adapt and evolve. To put it simply, neuroplasticity is the brain's way of tuning itself to meet the demands of our environment, experiences, and thoughts. It's the process that enables us to learn new languages, acquire new skills, and remember faces and places. But neuroplasticity isn't just about learning and memory. It also plays a crucial role in recovery from brain injuries. When a part of the brain gets damaged, other parts can sometimes take over the functions previously performed by the injured area. This is testament to the brain's remarkable ability to heal and adapt. Imagine the brain as a dense forest with countless pathways. Each time we learn something new or have a new experience, we create a new pathway. When we repeat the experience or reinforce the learning, we strengthen that pathway. Over time, these reinforced pathways become our default routes, shaping our habits, behaviors, and thought patterns. However, it's also important to remember that neuroplasticity is a double-edged sword. Just as it can lead to positive changes, it can also lead to negative ones. For instance, chronic stress or exposure to harmful substances can alter the brain's neural pathways in detrimental ways. So what's the takeaway here? The brain is not a rigid, unchanging structure. It's a dynamic, adaptable organ, constantly reshaping itself in response to our experiences, behaviors, and environment. This inherent flexibility opens up immense possibilities for learning, growth, and recovery. In essence, your brain is a lifelong learner, continuously adapting and evolving. Ever wondered about the storage capacity of your brain? Well, prepare to be amazed. You see, our brains are incredibly powerful, more so than any supercomputer. In fact, if the human brain were a digital storage device, it could hold up to an estimated 2.5 petabytes of information. That's 1,000,000 gigabytes, or roughly the equivalent of 300 million hours of television. Now think about that for a moment. Your favorite TV show, the one you've been binge-watching lately, how many hours of it do you think you could store in your brain? Well, if we take the average length of a TV episode to be around 45 minutes, and there are 24 episodes in a season, that's 18 hours of television for one season. Now multiply that by the number of TV shows out there. In other words, your brain could hold 3 million hours of television shows. Now that's binge watching. If you're finding this video as fascinating as the human brain itself, why keep it to yourself? Let's spread this treasure trove of knowledge far and wide. Share it with your friends, your family, anyone who enjoys a good brain teaser. And if you're hungry for more intriguing content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Together, we can make learning fun and accessible for all. Remember, knowledge is power, and sharing this video might just make someone's day a little more interesting.